about to explode. I'm a car crash walking in a leather-bound road. Got the steel chair, heartbeat pounding in my chest. If chaos is a kingdom, then I'm ruling the mess. Lights flash, I snap, no turning back. I'm unhinged in the rain, baby, wild and untamed. Rock and roll violence burning through my veins. I'm the wreck you can't stop, I'm the bell you can't unring. Yeah, I'm unhinged, unhinged in the ring. Hear the ropes scream tight when I slam them like a drum. Every punch a rhythm and the breakdown's gonna come. My boots start stomping like thunder in a cage. I'm the headline maniac lighting up the stage. Crowd roars, I grin, let the madness begin. I'm unhinged in the ring, baby, wild and untamed. Rock and roll violence burning through my veins. I'm the wreck you can't stop, I'm the bell you can't unring. Yeah, I'm unhinged, unhinged in the ring. Me, I break back harder, hit the mat, rise again. I'm chaos, last survivor. Spotlights flicker, I get sicker. I ain't here to play it clean. I'm unhinged in the
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, this is Betu Otunga, the co-owner, really the silent partner for my wife in TDW. But ladies and gentlemen, I've come to you with a couple of announcements, and I hope you guys are excited to hear what I have to say. The first announcement, ladies and gentlemen, is that we are changing the name of TDW. It is staying TDW, but it is no longer will be Take Down Wrestling. It will be called Total Dominance Wrestling. And as we told you, or I believe the announcer did hint to it, we will be moving to a bigger arena. And with that, we are changing the arena around, and we hope you guys like it. The champions will still be champions, ladies and gentlemen, and we will be moving forward from that. So none of the champions have anything to worry about in the back, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I do not really need to introduce myself, but I will anyway. My name is William Peck, and I decide the pecking order. Now, with that being said, I am TDW's heavyweight champion, ladies and gentlemen, and I wear that good. But I come out here not to interrupt Fatu. Fatu, we appreciate you. We thank you for your time. We thank you for what you have done. But yes, I come out here with an announcement for all of you as this episode is going to run way one simply. It's going to run the way that I want it to run. So stay tuned, and just watch how things happen. I'm not going to hold in a secret or anything like that. I'm going to let you guys know exactly what is going on. In fact, cameraman, pan around to everyone so I can show them exactly what is about to happen. See, now that it's back on me, you see the shirt, the vulture. But if you see the side patch, the bomb squad, that is my new faction here, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I have started my own faction. Others have tried to, but now I have, and I've taken a tag team that nobody really have known. You probably knew them as NSB, New School Bastards, and the Originals, but now they will be called the Knuckleheads under my supervision, and I have drawn in more. So tonight will be a bomb squad night, and you will see what we can do, ladies and gentlemen. We are not here to play. I have already led the way with gold, and my team will follow, ladies and gentlemen. That is all. That is it. I decide the pecking order. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, this is your commentator, Deshaun Watson. And what have we started this show like, ladies and gentlemen? Fatu Tonga coming and telling us that we're moving from takedown wrestling to total dominance wrestling. The champion coming out saying that he started a new squad called the Bomb Squad, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see them in action today, he said, ladies and gentlemen. So let's see where it is. And here we have Keyshawn Mills coming back out, the pretty boy himself coming back out. As you know, ladies and gentlemen, he won his last match against Mr. Awesome. So he is back out here, ladies and gentlemen, continuing his campaign to be the next number one contender for the light heavyweight champion, who is currently held by Santos. But we'll see who will be the next man to challenge him. As you see, the pretty boy has made his way to the ring, and he is ready for a fight, ladies and gentlemen. And we see who he is in the ring with. He is in the ring with the Ninja. Let's see the Ninja as he makes his entrance, the pretty boy in the ring, waiting for the Ninja to come out, ladies and gentlemen. As the music hits TDW, and he said we are changing arenas. We'll see about that. Oh my goodness. No, not the Ninja. The Ninja, the first one to show his new colors, I guess you could say. He wear the Bomb Squad shirt with his personal logo in the front, the Ninja. What does it say? Embrace discipline, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness. And the Ninja making his way. And look, it already has the TDW logo on the back. So I would imagine that this is already in the TDW shops, ladies and gentlemen. Fans might be going crazy to get these shirts. But also, we heard the champion say that he has taken a indie tag team called NSB, which stood for New School Bastards, excuse me, but that's what they called themselves. But he has taken them and put them under his wing, under the wing of the Vulture, and now they are the Knuckleheads. We will be seeing them in action today, ladies and gentlemen, as they make their debut. And also, trying to show that they should be the next number one contenders for the tag team champions, ladies and gentlemen. But they have a while to go before we get to Crash and Burn. We still are working our way towards Crash and Burn, and we will see if they will do all that they need to be the number one contenders, ladies and gentlemen. But here the Pretty Boys already taking control of the match. He is working, and I'm just still spun by today, ladies and gentlemen. It's just crazy, all these announcements that came out. The Vulture coming out, the boss's husband who says he's a silent partner in TDW, but now I guess not so silent because those announcements hit hard, and the Pretty Boy going to work on the Ninja. Maybe the Ninja should have stayed away from the Bomb Squad, but the Ninja kicking out, and maybe I'm going to stay quiet about that because I don't want any backlash coming my way. But the Pretty Boy is still going to work right now as the Ninjas. Oh, and the Pretty Boy sliding out of the ring on the attack, ladies and gentlemen. He is not waiting for anything. And now the Pretty Boy lifted. Oh, the Ninja missing the kick, ducking the kick, and now kicking the Pretty Boy, telling him to get up, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that kick by the Pretty Boy. Oh no, to the Pretty Boy by the Ninja. The Ninja now going on a full attack. Ladies and gentlemen, he is not playing any games. It's like this man clearly wants to bring gold or another championship to the Bomb Squad. He wants to be the next in line to face Santos for that light heavyweight championship. But the Pretty Boy, he has something to say about that. He wants to get that championship. He went from announcer, he went from having my job basically to being in that ring because, as I told you, ladies and gentlemen, he was training during his time as announcer here, even though he only did about one day as the announcer because the boss noticed that he was training and the boss put him in the ring. She gave him some time to put his debut gear together, and this is the persona that he came up with, the Pretty Boy, and he is out here in the ring trying to get a victory against the Ninja, but the Ninja is not making it easy at all, ladies and gentlemen. The Ninja is going to work here. He drops down. Oh, and with a slam by the Ninja, ladies and gentlemen. The Ninja now off of the rope going for a drop kick, but that was a all miss. And look at what the Pretty Boy has planned here. Oh, an enziguri by the Pretty Boy as he makes his way to the corner. What does he have planned here? Oh, he's taking time to taunt, and you see the Vulture in the corner. He's taunting the fans, and 1, 2, but only a 2 count for the Pretty Boy. He just gets to the middle rope with a move off the rope and goes right back for the pin. 1, 2, and the Ninja is still not ready to give up here, ladies and gentlemen. Down with a stump by the Pretty Boy and a kick to the face. That's not smart. I don't think that's someone you want to strike with. Someone called the Ninja, but oh, what a drop kick by the Pretty Boy. Now climbing the top rope. The Ninja thought he got out of harm's way, but he did not. The Pretty Boy back on him on the outside of the ring, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, but the Ninja with the reversal. Is the Ninja going to use this time? Is he going to get a count out victory, ladies and gentlemen? Even though in TDW, and I guess I could start calling it by the announcement of that too, but in Total Dominance Wrestling, we do not accept call out victories, ladies and gentlemen, or count out victories, excuse me. And he is off the rope with the drop kick, ladies and gentlemen, as he goes for the pin. 1, 2, but no, the Pretty Boy kicks out. He said he is not going down that easily, ladies and gentlemen. And here the Ninja back on top. What does the Ninja have planned? He throws him outside of the ring, and now the Ninja just standing there. He is catching his breath. Catching his breath, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. But now steps behind the referee. Is that some kind of shielding tactic? Oh, but now with a kick to the pretty boy, and now he's off the ropes with a leg drop. He missed most of it, so he hurt himself a little. But here he goes back for the pin, ladies and gentlemen. One and only a 1 count for the Ninja. That is not going to do for him. And now the Ninja with him up on his, and oh my goodness, what a move right there, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3, and the Ninja wins, and he calls his finisher the Blade, ladies and gentlemen. He gave him
Here is your winner
to the pretty boy, and now he is moving on, hopefully now to make his way to get gold at Crash and Burn, ladies and gentlemen. We will see what is in store for the Ninja, as he has now aligned himself with William Peck, and he is now part of this faction known as the Bomb Squad. And he just looks cocky as ever. And here we have Erica White against Zahara Hussein. I cannot pronounce her name right. I apologize for that. But here we have these two ladies going at it, trying to see who will be the next to face the champion for the championship at Crash and Burn, which next week will be, I guess you could say, the finals to see who will be facing each champion. So we will see.
The following contest is scheduled for
But we do have the
Making
world
our way to the ring
heavyweight
from
champion
Akron,
in
Ohio.
action tonight in the main event, ladies and gentlemen. He will be facing the Marshall. He will be, the title will not be on the line, but you would think if the Marshall wins this match, this guarantees him a shot at the title, ladies and gentlemen. So we're just waiting to see that. But here we have Erica White, the toxic baddie, making her way to the ring, ladies and gentlemen. Now, when she say toxic, I wonder what does she mean? Is because toxic. Well, we're not going to go into that. I don't want Erica coming my way and trying to show me what she means by that. But here she is in the ring, waiting for her opponent, ladies and gentlemen. She seems like she's ready, ladies and gentlemen. And now we have maybe, and here is the Princess Zahara. She is making her way to the ring. And look at her. She is ready for this competition. She is ready for a victory. Now let's see if she can go out and get it, ladies and gentlemen. This will be a true testament to her. She feels like she should be the champion already anyway, so we will have to see if she can do what she needs to do to get the victory here, ladies and gentlemen. But here is the princess, and she is ready to make her move in this match. I'm pretty sure she is looking for the victory, as sure as Erica. Both of them wanting to make a step up. Now the person, whoever wins this match, and if they lose next week's match, that puts them out of the title for the world, the world championship for the women, or the women's championship. But that does not put them, that puts them in the #1 contender spot for the Certified Baddies Championship, ladies and gentlemen. And that's how it works for the women. And the boss forgot to announce, but should have been an announcement that they are thinking about naming the division the Baddies division. So the women's champion would just become the Baddies champion. We don't know if they'll be making that move, but that is something that the boss was thinking about, because a lot of women on the reason why they came up with the Certified Baddies Championship, because a lot of women on the roster call themselves baddie. You have the toxic baddie, then you have one woman who just calls herself the baddie, and then certain things like that. So we're thinking about just changing, or the boss is thinking about just changing the women's title to the baddies title, since everyone wants to be a baddie here in this roster. But here, the toxic baddie, or Erica, she is now trying to go to work. Here she wants to do anything she can to get this victory. Now both women tied up. Zahara has the upper hand in this match. She is looking to do whatever she can to get this victory, ladies and gentlemen. She is rigid on the neck of Erica, but she has to make a bigger, and as soon as I say it, she makes a bigger move. Like I said, Zahara, I think she should have been the champion already. She should have gold around her waist, or in this case, silver. But we will see if she can do what she needs to do to become the champion, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and it looks like she is taking out all of her frustration right now on Erica's face right now. And she goes for the pin. Not even a 1 count for her right there. And I know that frustrates her even more, ladies and gentlemen, that she's taking the time to taunt. You know what we say about taunting, but it did nothing to stop her momentum, ladies and gentlemen. She is trying to get this win, and she is trying to embarrass, it seems like she's trying to embarrass Erica and show Erica that she doesn't even deserve to be in this class, as Erica jumps up. What does Erica have planned here? It seems like Erica has something lined up right there, but Erica tosses her to the rope. Erica drops down, and with a sling blade by Erica, but Zahara jumps right back up, and while Erica is taunting, she picks her up, and now, drops her on the shoulder. That has to hurt while Erica's crawling towards the corner. Zahara just stalking her. Now, Erica works her way out of the corner. Zahara drops her down. Now, banging her head on the mat, ladies and gentlemen. This cannot be good. And now, what does the toxic baddie have planned here? Steps on the arm, which she is trying to make it hard for her to kick out whenever she does go for the pin, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it seems like. And then she goes for the pin. But a kick out, not even a 1 count. The toxic baddie looked like she doesn't know what she wants to do. But now she gets right on top of Zahara, and she starts to punches to the face and a slap to end it, ladies and gentlemen. And now a kick to the back by the toxic baddie. She says, "You think that you deserve, but I've worked hard for this." And now, picking her up, what does the toxic baddie have? What a knee by the toxic baddie, ladies and gentlemen. And that could be it. Zahara could be out, and there she is for the pin. 1, 2, and only a 2 count, ladies and gentlemen. I know Erica is mad at that. She thought that should have finished her. Oh no, Zahara looked like she was going for a clothesline, but the baddie stopped that. And 1, 2, 3, and the toxic baddie takes the win, ladies and gentlemen. Slowing down Zahara.
Here is your winner, Erica.
Claimed that she should be champion. Erica White, she is working hard. She is trying to get to that championship. She takes the victory, ladies and gentlemen. And we are happy for her. She is moving on, the toxic baddie. And here we have the tag team champions taking on the Knuckleheads. William Peck's new tag team that he took this tag team from the Indies, and they were not doing well in the Indies. I'm not going to lie. NSB, New School Bastards, but he gave them a new look and everything, ladies and gentlemen. But let's see how that new look will work for them, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe it's just a look. Will it translate to them becoming champions, ladies and gentlemen? And if they win this match, you got to think that this will give them a shot at the tag team titles. But this is crazy. They're new to the company, but You know, you have William Peck could pull certain strings with him being the heavyweight champion. So maybe he talked to the boss and, you know, got a couple of strings pulled and put them in contention, but they have to pass this test right here, which is Country Strong, who so far I would say have been dominant champions, but you know, here they are ready for the fight, ladies and gentlemen, ready to see what these knuckleheads are all about. And I can't lie, we want to see what these knuckleheads are all about, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready for them to step out. We want to see what these guys can do in the ring. And if they can win the crowd over, here they come. The knuckleheads representing Knuckle Up, says their shirts, and representing the Bomb Squad, as you see again, the champion stepping out with them in his vulture shirt, ladies and gentlemen.
And their opponents at a combined weight.
And I believe we have, I forgot who is who. I believe one named Omar, and I can't remember the other guy's name, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize. But I know last name Little. I'll get their names correct. So I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it is RJ Little and Omar Walker, I believe, once known as New School Bastards, which was not a good tag team name. Let's be serious about it. That wasn't a good tag team name, but now you have them known as the Knuckleheads and part of William Peck's Bomb Squad. Let's see what they can do against Josh Hughes and Pat Garrett as the tag team champions, ladies and gentlemen. We will see what these guys can do in the ring. Josh Hughes starting off the match against RJ Little now, and Josh Hughes going to work. This man is showing everyone that no one deserves a shot at their titles, and oh my goodness, look at the ruthlessness of Hughes, with Little getting up with the clothesline, and Hughes jumps right up after the clothesline, but Little going back to work, and Little now, Pat Garrett tried to, and look at Hughes took exception to that taunting by Little. But let's see what these men can do in the ring. As of right now, RJ Little is showing that he is no slouch in the ring. And I'm not going to lie, I kind of like these guys' ring gear. Oh my goodness, and look at Omar Walker now going to working already with a pin, a little cockiness on his behalf. You have not put in enough work here, sir, to get the pin. And now look at Omar Walker. Look at these men. These men are agile on their feet. I have to give them that. And maybe that new sense of name and pride and stuff installed in them is going to work with them. Like I said, New School Bastards was not, we're just going to call them NSB. NSB was not that hot on the indie scenes, but now look at them now as the Knuckleheads. They are going to work here, taking on the champions. But Omar seems like he is a little more interested in taunting than actually fighting the match, and Pat Garrett gets put in. And Pat Garrett is the younger half of Country Strong, so maybe Pat Garrett can keep up with the pace of these two young men right here, because the Knuckleheads are a young tag team. So we'll see what they can do, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like, now William Peck, he gets up on the apron and he tries to distract Pat Garrett, but it did not work, ladies and gentlemen. Pat Garrett now going for, Pat Garrett, going for a super kick and still lands it on Omar. That was a great job, but still letting Omar get the tag. And RJ Little comes in with a super kick of his own, ladies and gentlemen. I know they take exception to catching those kicks, ladies and gentlemen. But now RJ Little stumping Pat Garrett in the corner. Now look at him with a slingshot leg drop over the ropes, ladies and gentlemen. And like I said, these men are doing an exceptional job here. These men are going to work. Oh, what a drop kick to the back, and the ref is knocked down, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Pat Garrett with the reversal though, and a back elbow to RJ Little. The ref is back up now, and Pat Garrett with a kick to the gut now, lifting RJ up in a scoop slam to RJ Little. Now, I thought he was going for the pin, but no, he is taking strikes to the face. He said Country Strong is our inaugural tag team champions. And I know that they're probably getting mad that these two right here have jumped the line over other tag teams that they probably feel deserve a shot at the tag team titles. But Country Strong, you can't lie, they have a fight on their hands with these knuckleheads. And I can say that this is really a good name for this tag team because that's what it seemed like they really are. They are just a bunch of knuckleheads. RJ Little tried to do something, but Pat Garrett sit there and out-muscled him. Oh, with a spear to Pat Garrett and going for the pin, but he's breaking it up. Oh, now Little going for Hughes. RJ Little with the knee, going for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness, and with the knee, that takes out Country Strong. So these men with a strong showing, taking out the tag team champions. But here are the winners, the Knuckleheads, ladies and gentlemen. And we can see them doing big things. So now that leaves the leader, William Peck, the heavyweight champion, takes on the Marshal Victor Thorne. And this will be a good match, ladies and gentlemen. These two are about to go head to head, and you'll think that if Victor Thorne will get this win, this will guarantee him a #1 contender shot for Crash and Burn, ladies and gentlemen. So we will see what's happening, and as we wait in here is that our heavyweight champion, the Vulture himself, coming out ready to get a victory to show, I guess, his younglings or the young ones who came before him how to do it. But you got to think it'll look bad on him that if he doesn't get this victory. But I'm pretty sure William Peck is not thinking about that. He's guaranteeing a victory, and still with the same entrance and the same entrance gear. But it looks like his gear, his ring gear has changed, but still with the same entrance. He does not wear his Bomb Squad shirt to the ring in his entrance, ladies and gentlemen, which is interesting. It was just interesting if you look at it, because the rest of his squad wears it to the ring. But another interesting thing, while this man enters the ring, the thing about his gear, it was actually gifted to him by one of the members, or by both of the members actually, of the Knuckleheads. So this gear that he's wearing right now was gifted to him by his tag team, who are now the #1 contenders, or will be going on to see if they're the #1 contenders for the tag team championship, the Knuckleheads. So I'm pretty sure that once he takes all this, the rest of these things off, we will see the gear finally in its all togetherness. But the Vulture waits in the ring, and here comes the Marshal, ladies and gentlemen. He is not playing any games, no fancy gears, none of that stuff. He is here to put in the work and win championships, ladies and gentlemen. That's all that the Marshal is worried about as he's making his slow pace walk to the ring right now. This man is always in contention for any title he wants to go for. I mean, he can't go for many much more titles. He can go for maybe the hardcore title, or maybe get a partner and go for the tag team titles. But I believe those are it. Like I said, the boss did come up with a cruiserweight title, but he wouldn't qualify for that, and he definitely does not qualify for the light heavyweight championship, ladies and gentlemen. Which, again, another announcement. The boss is thinking about making that an open weight championship, and that way he probably could go for it, ladies and gentlemen. But we'll see about that. I know William Peck will love if they did that, because if he could continue to hold on to the heavyweight championship and win the openweight championship, I know William Peck would love to walk around with 2 belts, ladies and gentlemen. But then also that would take away the Ninja, because the Ninja, I believe, is going for the light heavyweight championship right now. So we'll see about that. But then also another announcement that Fed 2 forgot to make, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I know that most of you probably are familiar, if you've been on, watching PWW and all that, you know that they have a PLE called Collision, ladies and gentlemen. Well, now Collision will be a 3-way match between each brand. It will be PWW, RSKY, and Total Dominance Wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. I just love the name of that. I mean, I like takedown wrestling, don't get me wrong. But Total Dominance Wrestling, I don't know, it feels a little better to say. But so Collision will actually be a collision of all 3 brands. They will be fighting to see, who's the better brand. That's basically what it is. I mean, it's all in good competition, though. It's all in good spirits. It's nothing. But here, the Vulture now going to work, ladies and gentlemen. I feel like I was talking to you guys about other things too much, really, besides calling the match. I don't want the boss to get mad at me about that. But here, the Vulture with the clothesline over the ropes, and let's put it like this, ladies and Thorne jumps up quick, but William Peck is not above getting a count out win, ladies and gentlemen. William Peck will do anything he has to do to get this victory. And oh my goodness, look at the Marshal launch himself over the rope, but with a miss. William Peck now going to work. Like I said, he's not above getting this count out victory. Now working on the leg of the Marshal of Thorne. Now picking him up. And what is this? William Peck carrying him and throws him back in the ring. That is a surprising trait for William Peck. I would think that William Peck would have taken, like I said, the cheap win. And William Peck with the clothesline, now dropping the knee on the arm and going for a pin after, ladies and gentlemen. Thorne jumping out at one, and now Peck stomping on the hand just to show him that he shouldn't have kicked out of that, ladies and gentlemen. Peck off the rope, and now misses, and Thorne with the drop kick, ladies and gentlemen. Thorne is not to be messed with. He is not a simple. It's not going to be a simple win for Peck, even if he gets the win. Thorne off the rope, and for a man, I mean, you got to say Thorne is big, but he's not to the point of big where he can't do things like that. I mean, now the person who he say shouldn't be doing things like that, but it still does, is the monster Sandman. That man is very agile for his size, and I believe he is bigger than Thorne, height and weight wise, or at least weight wise, because I know Thorne is one of our taller taller athletes, and throwing off the rope off the top buckle with a knee to the face. Oh, and now with the elbow strikes to William Peck. Thorne is not playing at all here. Oh, Thorne with a spear, ladies and gentlemen. And the ref, where is he at? 1, 2, 3, and oh my goodness. Like I said, this must guarantee Thorne a #1 contender shot at Crash and Burn. So we know 2 matches that are happening. This match will be ran back before the title, and the Knuckleheads will be facing Country Strong for the championship, ladies and gentlemen. Again, thank you for watching TDW. Thank you for watching on the FMF Gaming Network. Don't forget to like and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. This have been a great match, and we will have been happy to have you. Wait a minute, look, the Knuckleheads in the ring. I'm guessing they took exception to their boss losing, but now they are trying to jump Thorne, ladies and gentlemen. Look at both of these men on Thorne. Oh my goodness, and why is he going for a pin, and why is the ref counting? This is not a sanctioned match, ref. These men need to be put out the ring. This is not cool. But I guess this is what happens when you mess with the Bomb Squad, ladies and gentlemen. These men look at Omar with the timing why RJ Little is doing the work, and look at Thorne. He is still not backing down. He is going to work on these young men as well. And RJ Little was just watching him take over his friend Omar. But now RJ off the ropes with a kick, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness, these men are just have no boundaries here. I was getting ready to close the show and this happened. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not part of the show. I do not know what is happening. Oh, now Omar hit him with the stick, ladies and gentlemen. But he is still just not going down. But again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hopefully someone will stop this soon. We will see you next time, ladies and gentlemen, and we will see you at Crash and Burn. Thank you.